Yeah, I'm ready. Wait, what did MJ say we're calling this again? Oh, right. No, I got it. I know we're live. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Live. In person, live Raw.
Yeah.
Welcome back to News of My Fiance. Raw, live, in person, live Raw with Morgan Jones and myself, DJ Ambush. We are reporting live from the 5-alarm fire that is downtown Portland. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate your support. Be a part of the Text Chat Fam Squad.
Yeah.
And join the conversation in the chat. We are currently on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Holla at us.
Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing this dope space for us each week. Mm-hmm. Shout out to our production team, Kyle of Residual Audio, Jess and Ross, and our remote quality controller, Michelle, for making sure this show happens every Monday. And of course, shout out to y'all for listening, watching, and staying engaged with us.
Hey. Now, before we get started, fiancés, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell so the algorithm notices us. Become a member over at patreon.com/newsofmyfiance to support our ever-expanding show. There's exclusive content and opportunities for your input and feedback, so please join the community. We want to spend more time with you and be able to pay our bills at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Also, 2+ and the website is up. The merch store is up. The hotline is up. It's a lot going on.
Upgrade.
Holla at us.
More life. More merch.
Yes to
There's
all of it.
There's another more.
There's another more?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, though. Maybe later.
Yeah. What up, though? What it do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Doing great.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Everything's PG.
Yeah.
Clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
How
about you?
Part of me is still in last night. No requests.
Mm-hmm.
Unshameless plug. You know what I'm saying? Had a great time with the fam. No shame.
Mm-mm.
Had a great time with the fam. Ladies of hip hop. I will say this. The attendance wasn't what I would have liked it to be.
Mm-hmm. It was exactly what I love, but
yeah, sure.
I do it. Yeah.
But I do see how y'all come out for the ladies. Misogyny.
Eyes everywhere.
Patriarchy. Man.
It's Women's History Month. Maybe they've just had enough. You know,
It's the end. Can we wrap up this Women's History Month thing?
We did this already. Didn't I have to hear women's voices uplifted somewhere? You know,
give it a rest. Give it a rest already.
Maybe they hit you.
Maybe that might be it. I don't know. That might could be it.
I do understand where you're coming from, and I also had a fantastic time last night with every single person that was there.
Yeah, man.
Many of the homies.
Many.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
And shout out to Aaron from 503 Records, because I got to meet him for real, and chat a bit.
I love Aaron.
Creating space for all sorts of things in his record shop in Beaverton, and I'm all for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not gonna let them know what's happening?
Not yet.
You're going, okay, all right. Well, you know.
Collabs coming soon.
I love it.
Is that what I was supposed to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check. Handled.
So we talking about this week, man.
Well, just today, a whopper of a breaking news. We're going to talk about DUI hires and TrikiLeaks, because, man, they do a lot of just telling on themselves in every way, but then somehow find a way to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah.
How could I do this, but on a bigger scale with the, probably like the, how can I put it, the least effort?
Right.
To doing the worst thing possible.
Shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they just keep showing us that there's plenty of that.
This administration is indeed full of the best and brightest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that merit system looking right now for you? Just captains of chaos?
Sweet Jesus.
Carbon credits. We're going to talk about carbon credits.
Okay.
And you might be going, Morgan.
The heck is a carbon credit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Stick around because we're going to talk about that.
All right.
And 23andMe, bankrupt.
Y'all done got all these people DNA and now y'all got no money.
So,
I need explanations.
So much data. And they had a huge data leak like last year, right? Or 2 years ago?
23andMe having a data leak is very concerning because the data that you're leaking is people's freaking DNA. Like, come on, guys. Let's not put this on the same servers with, I don't know, whatever else is getting hacked consistently.
I mean, I'm with you. I also wonder, just how hard is it to keep that information away from just a couple of keystrokes?
I mean, listen.
Don't get me wrong. I have no idea it's a gabillion keystrokes.
Let Sony tell it. Nobody's safe. When PlayStation Network got hacked, it was just like, hey, y'all, everybody's accounts. We have everyone's credit card numbers.
There's nothing we could do.
Nothing we could do about it.
But is it possible to just not take that as an answer? Actually, I'm not going to accept that there's nothing you can do.
Babe,
you need to be going bankrupt for paying all of these people millions of dollars for allowing their data to be stolen.
There are forces at play out there, right? Some of those forces are anonymous. Some of them are known.
Wow, that was good.
Nice little segue.
Wow.
Huh? You SOBs.
Wow.
Listen, y'all know it. I come from graduate of 1994. All right? I come from a conspiracy theoritorial background. All the conspiracies. All of them. Come on. Seen all the seasons of X-Files. Friday the 13th, the series. What do you mean? Everything is everywhere. Do I have a paperback copy of Biblical Demonology? I might.
What?
Is it in the house? Maybe. In the box of my closet? Most likely. However, what I don't stand for is motherfucking pump fakes. So if you haven't heard, Anonymous, which is a group that, I mean, it's exciting, right? When Anonymous first popped up, especially with those masks, it was very exciting. It just felt like, you know what? We got a way to push back. We got a way to get at the man. And from what I understand, recently they crippled Twitter for a day or a couple of hours. I don't know. Not to try to diminish that. Like, these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And to be clear, Anonymous, I'm not inviting you into my home. I will say this, though. Just recently, they made a announcement of sorts that they have concrete evidence that the election was stolen. They have the data.
By one Donald John Trump?
Absolutely.
What?
That the election was stolen. They had the evidence.
Well, I've got a V for Vendetta.
Yeah. Let's zoom out for a little bit here. Morgan, your car gets stolen, right?
Damn.
And then someone knocks on your door, possibly a neighbor, and they're like, hey, your car got stolen. And you're like, you're damn right it did. And they're like, I know who did it.
Oh, great. Tell me.
And then they walk away. I feel like you'd have a problem with that.
I'd be pretty peeved.
So imagine me, of the conspiracy community, looking at Anonymous, who I've relied on for years to stick it to the man. You have proof that Trump stole the election, and then what? What are we doing right now? We are in the middle of what has been understood as a constitutional crisis.
Well, yeah.
Democracy is in chains. We are heading towards tyranny of unforeseen proportions. And you have proof that the election was stolen. Is there a fucking ransom? What are we waiting on? What are we doing? You're anonymous. Save the fucking globe. Like, what's, I don't understand. Yeah. I'm sure everyone can tell I'm pretty frustrated.
What was the, do you know what their, do you know what the statement was?
I watched, okay, who was it that covered it? I can't remember which content creator covered it. And they played it in fragments. And I can't even remember what. Because usually they're like, if you don't buy and you don't change your actions. Or it's like, I just don't want conditions on this. I don't care. I don't care what you want. What you need to give us is the damn facts. Just release the content. Ridiculous. Absolutely.
I'm with you. I mean, I definitely want, I'd love to see some action.
Yeah. Kyle said, I come from the same school. I've learned a big lesson in the proof is in the pudding. Since then though, bottom line.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's discouraging. It's like, I call bullshit. Like, because this isn't the first time we've heard, whisperings that there is evidence that Trump has stolen the election. But when you sit on the content,
if there is actual proof,
when you sit on the proof, you know what you sound like? MAGA. That's what you sound like. You sound like MAGA last time. The election was stolen.
Shout out to Lily in the chat. She said Anonymous is a Democrat?
Precisely. Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you so much. Because that was definitely the comparison I made immediately when watching that video. I was like, you guys are acting like effing Democrats.
That is hilarious.
Anonymous, are you going to take a knee in kente cloth? I mean, what is going on?
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
In more things you don't like, the bullying of one Labrie Graham.
I mean, I love it. I just want to constantly identify it.
Continued bullying?
Yeah. I just want it to be identified because I need everyone to let's all be in unison. Let's all be in a common understanding. He's being bullied and we're okay with it. So maybe don't be so harsh on bullies.
You're taking absolutely not. The takeaways, how are they getting worse each week? Something's not working.
Guys, I'm wrong. I was wrong again.
Are you doing a bit?
Jordan, clip this out.
Oh my God.
This is another problem from the book of What is Wrong with DEI. Here's another chapter.
There's another chapter.
There's another chapter.
Right there.
All right. So you were saying.
Now I don't even remember what happened. That was continued. I told you that there were rumors that the Olympics are showing interest in having him involved in some way for 2028.
Having who involved?
One Kendrick Lamar. It's in LA. Does that mean anything for you?
No, it doesn't. Is he the king of LA? Is he the mayor? Governor?
Like right now? Pretty much all of it. Yeah. Is he not?
All right. So it's hard. This is hard for me because as big as this moment has become, right?
Yeah.
We've all come to the understanding that this has traveled outside of hip hop. It's pop culture. It's worldwide. Like, this is just huge. It's still hard for me, though, to hear something like, oh, we're going to get him in the Olympics.
Right.
We're going to involve Kendrick in the Olympics. What has he done outside of completely trash Drake's career? And is it just... Give me a sec. Is it just a pop record? Is it just... Is this what happens when someone gets hits? Not normally.
I think there were hits before.
This is what I'm saying. So this isn't just, an artist who's at the top of their game, hit records, let's get him involved in the Olympics. There's something more. something in the underbelly. In the conspiratorial underbelly. Drake will file a new lawsuit and all will be revealed.
I think that would be another mistake. There's a lot of problems with this entire situation, but one of them is like,
oh my God,
I've never wanted to use the phrase "you've been asking for it" more.
True.
Like,
because he has.
So you said we need to all be like, this is bullying and we're okay with it.
Just be cool with it.
Yeah, and I'm like, but...
Don't say it's not bullying. Just be cool with it being bullying.
So I think anything I say is going to sound like victim blaming.
Do it.
No.
Yeah. He earned this shit, man. He earned it. Yeah,
I see. In that framing, I feel like, how can you say someone earned
being bullied?
Yeah, this bad.
Did you see what happened to Drake last year?
There.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I feel like explanation's not needed. Like, it's there. He painted the picture. Clear as day. Yeah. Foolish mortal.
Yeah, I struggle with the bullying point.
Okay, I feel what you're saying.
But I will say
Let's not call it bullying.
No, we have not seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there's... I think we are seeing something we haven't seen before. We don't have something else to compare it to.
Okay,
so we can't keep trying to compare it to something like that.
Fair enough.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we've seen this before. Maybe Michael Jackson did this. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I think he was involved in everything.
Yeah, at some point.
But in this way, we have not seen this before. So I don't know if the right thing to do is be like, well, since we haven't, then it can't, there must, number one, be something in the underbelly. There's an insidious thing that is happening.
Because here's the thing, right? Even if it's something as simple as him carrying the torch, the torch, the opening torch, the lighting ceremony.
Yeah.
He's going to at least wear something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he will use the opportunity to continue the bullying.
Absolutely. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you guys know what he's doing. You know what's happening. Yeah, I'll take you back to one Grammy night. The producers of that show made a choice. Yeah,
they definitely did.
For A minor coming up those steps every single time.
Yeah, no, they definitely did.
Yeah. They could have played the instrumental. They could have did anything.
They could have done anything but what they did.
Yeah. John said, absolutely not bullying. Fuck around and find out.
Well,
okay.
A little more
you know
in
what?
That vein.
All right.
I'm a little more over there.
Okay.
It feels very hard. And that's not even me being like, and so,
Okay.
What?
I was going to say, okay. I feel you. This is fuck around to find out, right?
Yeah.
But when all of these other people that had nothing to do with the fuck around are part of the find out, it's like the dog pile is ridiculous now. This is ridiculous.
Okay.
That's so. I mean, but you are suing companies. So
here's the thing. I don't know that this needs to be you did this thing, and so this is. I don't know if it has to be proportionate. This isn't a state doing genocide. Like, I don't know if there's a tit for tat here in that way, but like, does finding out that he may not have written the things that he said were his most important works, excuse me, his most intimate, like, this is my life, like, does that mean anything?
To me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
I have long set aside any issues with ghostwriting.
No, I think this is different. I don't think that this is just a ghostwriting thing. I think that Drake handles the ghostwriting question really well. He's a collaborator. I have no problem collaborating with people when I write songs for myself or for them. I write verses just for myself. I write verses or songs just for other people. Like, it's all collaborating. I think he gets that question right. I think it's different when you continue on and say that only you do these ones, though.
So for the people, explain exactly what songs we're talking about and
the timestamp records. So like 7 a.m. in blah 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 and 5 a.m. in Calabasas. They're all wrong.
Yeah, but okay. And the understanding was that these were very personal records and that he wrote these.
Yes.
So when I know someone uses collaborators, I would never believe anything they say after or before that they wrote all those records themselves. Why? Because why? If you didn't come out from the beginning of your career and establish that you are a collaborator and had us with the belief that you're writing all these records and have achieved and celebrated and kept this all to yourself as you are the sole creator of this, and then it comes out that you have been collaborating, then automatically for me, I was just say for me, I take it back to zero. That's what happened with Kanye. The second I understood how much collaborating was happening, I started thinking, I'm like, the first album does indeed sound like Rhymefest. Okay, yeah, I'm backdating the whole thing. Just because we only know Quentin Miller, and if we found out around this time period, I have no reason to believe that. And I'm not saying that there aren't moments where he did write his own records. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter. If you are a person who uses ghostwriters, your whole catalog to me is at a certain level. So it doesn't matter if you're like, well, this particular record, that was on me. Okay. I have no way to substantiate that.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I think the point, I guess where I'm going is his intention was to say, this is a thing that I do on my own.
It's my life.
Right?
Yeah.
This is mine. No other pens enter when we're time stamping it. Because I wrote it and I time stamped it on you hoes. Right? To find out that is likely not true, I think for people who are big Drake fans, I think that is a blow. I think that's like a, damn, wait. Because there's a lot of excuses being made to like a person. Just like the person. Like there doesn't need to be a fight. Yeah. You don't have to like explain yourself because you're still a Drake fan. We're just in this really stupidly polarized world where you have to hate the other thing, or you have to be like such a delusional person about whatever the topic is that you are not at all even taking a moment to think about it. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting myself off track. I think that there's a lot of making excuses for Drake and for, things that have been exposed. So I hear you on being like, you personally, none of that matters because that's who he was to you already. Yeah. This isn't another exposure.
Yeah, right.
But I do think that it is another exposure, especially when, like, in the Heart Part 6, I think it is, Drake says, I'm the one who, like, created all these stories for you. I'm the one who fed you all this information. And that goes through those pictures that were on the Meet the Grams cover, right? Then there's leaked DMs between him and someone else where he's like, I don't know what any of that stuff is. Like, I have no idea what that is. Right. So, like, it's just too many different layers, I think, are being exposed. So the person that you thought that you were really, admiring or, felt like resonated with you, you're finding out that that person's not that. Or at least not to the standards that they told you they were or that you believed.
So this is another level of a fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the extendo clip of the fuck around and find out. Because this is legitimately like drip, drip, drip. Like, it's just like, let's just have a little more information here. Okay. Right now, you can't even keep up with Drake suing UMG. UMG. Like, Universal is coming back like, please, boy, stop.
Stop it.
We want nothing to do.
Stop it.
Here, I'll expose you for everything then, I guess.
Universal is doing him like Kendrick, for real. Like, stop.
Somebody, oh man, I can't remember. I think it was like Professor Sky. I can't remember for sure though, but I think it was on Culture United. Said, oh, now I forgot because I was spending too much time trying to figure out who said it. Oh, it'll come back to me.
Yeah.
Basically, like you asked for this.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, that Universal's response that they basically did that for YouTubers. They're giving like quotes. They're just like giving the fodder, the way it's worded. It's just like, here, you guys, do with it what you will. Like, it's just.
Yeah, Teray said that. He was like, who was in their legal department? Who wrote this?
Yo.
He was like, this is ridiculous.
It feels to me, okay, John said, when you fake being something you're not, you get exposed. It's that.
Yeah. Facts.
So I'm having a hard time feeling bad for him in this way of he's being bullied when, like, you spent 15 years doing, I mean, give him an Oscar. There is an award to win here. There is awards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, like, we got to be okay with, like, when the fraud get exposed, like, we don't need to cling to it. We don't need to be like, oh, but no, for real. You do have clothes, Emperor. Like,
No, not at all.
It's just, I don't know how we're not correlating that energy with some other energies we see out here with clinging to false idols, I guess. Just.
Hey, Joy.
Hey, Joy.
Yeah, I guess, because here's the thing. I agree with you. I agree with everyone. Like, man's fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
I have zero issue, again, with what is happening to him.
You just wanted to be
I'm
labeled.
A pig in mud. I just, like, dude. Wow. So much of this you've done to yourself. Like, holy crap. You are your own fucker. You're the one fucking around. And you're also responsible for your finding out. Like,
what is really blowing my mind, though, is just how much it is analogous to, like, seeing political banter.
Yeah.
Because it's very much debate bro energy all the time. But in their, like, own little silos, you know, like on a Drake subreddit or a Kendrick subreddit. In the Drake subreddit, the Kanye one too, bad business.
I don't play over there.
I'm nosy. Gotta know what's going on.
People are like, ooh, let's review the new Kanye. I'm cool.
No, it's a lot of like licking their wounds, but then also coming up with like alternate theories or, you know, like this thing I think is, they don't understand that what Drake's doing is really for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then they believe that. Like,
come on, bro.
But they have no reason to continue to do that because they did the same thing. They kept saying, oh, he fed him that information. He did that. Like, there's no way there's a mole in the camp. Like, there's obviously a mole. There was a mole for a long time.
Obviously.
Like, or he's Sloppy McSlopperton. Like, one of the two. But there's definitely... Drake did not have a hand in feeding that information of a second hidden child or any of the other things. He didn't have a hand in that.
No.
But academics was like, you take a peek at what the world says. You should know. They don't think that they think you did it.
For anyone that's ever confused, whenever academics is like, you should just
turn it off.
You should just turn it off. Just
turn it off.
Just dip. Just dip. Yeah, no, this is all great. It's amazing. Again, Drake had an issue with Kendrick. Kendrick had an issue with Drake. Drake is now receiving blows from anyone that can. Like people.
So that okay. I guess that's what I want to understand. You believe that the Super Bowl performance that was like the NFL or Rock Nation?
No, I think that was definitely the NFL and Rock Nation saying we just seize this moment. He's hot as fish grease. Kendrick, do your thing. Okay. And then also they gave him. Well, I don't want to say they gave him no guardrails, but Kendrick maneuvered and did what he needed to do in that moment. The Grammys, that's y'all playing with this. Duolingo.
So, I want to be sure that I understand. These okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's just it's the when
that's not being that's not capitalizing on the moment. That's bullying. That's them being like, and I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you I've also had a problem for the last 10 years.
Have you, Grammys? Grammys, have you had a problem
like
with
maybe is what you're saying? Is that what you're like, it's a possibility? This is all get back?
Okay.
Kendrick just opened the door?
Under that, I like that framing. Under that framing, you and such got beef. Finally, like a scene from Baddies, time for a house meeting.
Oh, it's time to fight.
Right. Mm-hmm. You put it down. You are dragging this person.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, people who never voiced they had issues with this person are now like, oh yeah, and they start throwing kicks in. That looks wild.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen.
that looks wild.
But does it matter if their issues are valid?
No.
It's they are taking the wrong time to do it.
If the issues are valid, why you been quiet all this time?
Well, because they didn't feel empowered to do it.
Ooh.
And now they do.
He rapping like he trying to free the slaves.
I just mean, could that not apply?
Listen, Lakeitha said, off subject, I need to know about this lip color.
Ooh, hey, Lakeitha, I'll tell you everything.
She said, also, F Drake.
What chat she in? I'm going to tell her what it is.
She's in mine. So, I mean, again, being 100%. I listened to both Drake and Kendrick. I never had an issue with like being able to just like be in the middle of the battle and enjoy it.
Right.
I also it was very easy for me to call a victor as it was happening. Mans got trampled. Then he began to trample himself. You know what I'm saying? Like I was going to kill a couple rappers, but they did it to themselves. Like he's so this is hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And Drake did things throughout the battle to put me in a place where I really don't feel like playing his records anymore.
The music hits different.
The music hits different. The music hits different for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying he's not where he deserves to be where he is.
Okay.
100%. I'm just saying I need all of us to also recognize there are a lot. Here it is. Here's what I was looking for. Maybe this will help. Beating up on Drake is trending.
Is it?
It's trending.
Like that phrase?
That behavior. Doing it is trending.
The act.
The act is trending.
Okay.
So now that it's trending, everyone can get points just doing it, whether you ever had an issue with him or not. You're capitalizing off of the moment of taking shots at someone that, up until this point, it didn't look like you had an issue with. And it's all in good fun. Hey, we're having a good time over here. Hey, you know what? What was it? Was it the Oscars? And who hosted the Oscars? My guy, Late Night with Conan.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, right. He took a shot. Don't worry, I got the lawyers for it. Like, that was hilarious. I love it. I do. I love it all. But I just want to
consider it bullying.
Is it? Maybe the issue is I'm not supposed to be okay with bullying, but I'm okay with this bullying. So we need a different term.
I don't know. I'm struggling with finding with calling it bullying, I understand, I think, where you're coming from, but I also, like, people do not, are not held responsible for their actions and their fuck shit. And
True.
That's what this looks like a little bit to me. Like, I think you do need to bring back shame. People need to feel bad about shit because they'll stop just being so open with it. Yeah. Like, and I'm not saying that's I'm not trying to like drive it to quiet places, but it's amazing to me how loudly you can do really foul things. And people just don't stop messing with you, you know, or they just don't stop. Like, so when we see this in a moment where maybe you didn't think that the reasons that you didn't like the music or it wasn't hitting you or there was something, you know, just like he's hitting me wrong now. Like, what are those volleys in his hair? This feels maybe a little bit like a costume to him. Like, is that new? Is that a new feeling for me? Like, if you didn't think that there were enough reasons and then you find all these reasons or you are exposed to some of these things that have happened or that he has sued before, that he, you know, like. Right. There's information you learn that, like, yeah, no, I don't actually fuck with that. That doesn't align with me. Actually. Yeah. And that doesn't, in fact, have anything to do with the music. It's that all of this behavior don't align.
Yeah. The chat is lit. So, Lakeitha said he's still talking shit because my cousin beat him in the Grammys in 2011.
Yo! The man literally threw a temper tantrum.
You can't take shots at Esperanza Spalding. Like,
you can never take shots at Esperanza Spalding. Ever.
What are you doing?
Like that, and this is my point.
I wouldn't be mad if that was some of the fuel for Kendrick. She said 2011. I wouldn't be mad if that was some of the fuel for Kendrick. I want to say your point. I'm going to come back to Ashley's comment because that was she hit me with a grand opening, grand closing. But go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, there was something you were saying, and now I can't remember the exact thing, but there was something you were saying that was really making me think you were headed towards, like, you know, okay, when enough is enough, kind of, right?
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what it was. Okay. I could have been taking it wrong, but I want to make the point that redemption is always possible, but you have to do something about it. Like, you have to be a part of it. You don't get to, like, just be embarrassed to shit and then be like, enough's enough. Like,
cut it out,
you didn't change anything. You haven't even addressed any of these things. Like, you're just being like, I'm big mad. I'm big in my feelings. I hate that this is happening. Right. Someone pay me for it, actually. I shouldn't have to feel this bad. Like, are you kidding me?
So Ash said, yeah, Drake's last and current album just solidified it. It's bad. Take us back to the Take Care album.
Hello. That's the Weeknd.
That's the lane. He should have stayed here.
It's called House of Balloons.
But wait.
Lost Edition.
But wait.
I'm sorry. My bad.
No, that was the first comment. Then Ash said, bullies get bullied.
Yep.
And
every day. Every day.
That's kind of like, hey.
So, yeah.
He has spent a large part of his career bullying.
Drop.
He spent so much of his career exploiting people, stealing, like, yeah.
He is a colonizer. And people right now are saying, he's doing this lawsuit for the artist. Fam! How can they keep tricking you with the same fucking playbook? Like, I don't understand. It's the same play.
You know
it's not even in a trench coat. It's like, there ain't no toddler on shoulders or nothing. Like, it's just the same play. I'm doing this for us. Bitch, what us? When have we ever been us? What?
Nah, you right. Okay. All right. Now y'all got it.
He ain't about to get not one piece of sympathy out of me. You literally begged for it.
Still begging for
Still
it.
begging
He's
for
still
it.
asking for
and
it.
still refusing to address any of the things that you should have addressed. Man said, I knew you were going to bring up Epstein. Did you? Nobody did.
I didn't. Lakeitha said my aunt is my great aunt is 78, and she said it's on site if she sees it.
See?
Woo.
It's exactly that.
Lawbury, you in trouble, B.
Whew.
You're in trouble, fam. Oh, man. Okay. You know, all right.
We can move forward.
Yeah.
We were talking about being at no requests yesterday.
Right.
And we had what felt very much like an unrefined moment. And that was one Kenneth Jones asked you, how do you say that you're removing bold?
So we're talking about bold type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you tell someone to bold something, how do you tell them to undo it?
Right.
Is it debold? Is it unbold?
Mm-hmm.
What's your answer?
So I believe it is unbold. I prefer debold. And that's how I'll be moving about the country. I'm going to need you to debold this.
I need the chat to tell me how they would respond.
Guys, is it unbold or debold?
The funny thing...
The right answer is debold. But we're interested in what you think here.
This is one of those moments where I definitely make fun of people for asking questions they could Google, and I'm doing it. Like,
Had you Googled it yet?
No, I
haven't
didn't Google it.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally like, what do you guys think it is?
I've done no Googling.
I didn't look because I like the mystery of it.
Right.
Jess, do you have an answer? I feel like
I feel like Jess knows.
Already knew?
No, Jess says no. I have no idea. I mean, how much time do we spend debolding anything? You know?
Actually a lot.
A lot of bolding. Oh.
I do a lot of bolding and unbolding around here. Okay. Debolding.
See that?
Yeah.
You're unbold.
I think so.
Yeah, you're an unbolder. Now we know. No side of the fence you're on.
I don't know if I'm on a fence, though. Is there a fence? Does anybody say debold?
I am staunch.
But I also think you were yesterday years old when you heard it.
Here's the thing.
Or were you not?
I was yesterday years old when I heard it. But what I'm saying is, you know, like when someone brings something to you and it's like, oh, this is how it felt like my whole life and didn't have the words to really define it. I've been a debolder and I just didn't know. I didn't know the opportunity didn't present itself for me to understand that I was a debolder. Some people are unbolders, some are debolders.
So much better for us.
And it's like, I'm the debolding type. You can see it, though. When you look at me, you see it.
That you're a debolder.
Yeah. I'm type debolder. You see it. Type shit.
Carlos is going to unfriend you. Unbolded. Okay, so Ashley said unbolded just sounds better. Debold just makes me think Debo. Fair?
It's true.
That might be why you like it. You know?
Bullying.
Oh.
Came right back around. Look at that.
That's
We still don't have a Webster's answer, do we?
Yeah, we still didn't try to get one either. I mean, I'm happy to do that.
Disinterested. I mean, sure. Okay, fine. For the sake of the show, do it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it's just like Uno trying to give me instructions on how to play. Ain't happening, bro. We stacks around here. We stacks them numbers. Yeah, you can stack a draw 4 and a draw 2. Let's go. Like, I'm not listening to you guys.
Sorry.
You look like you had it.
It's like not even a question to ask.
All right, so Ash says unbold. Everybody else in the chat, are you unbolding? Are you a debolder?
House rules like a mug. Yes.
Oh my God.
John said it's de-interesting. Lily said, I must request that you tamp that ramp back down to a 0.7. Med fine. Patient script.
Oh, fine. Yes.
Is that what that means? Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Hilarious.
Tamping.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. It's coming through the floors.
Okay. We can move on.
All right.
Because we're almost at
the break.
Almost at the break. So did you happen to see anything about the guy that ran into a Tesla protest?
What do you mean? He ran his car into people protesting?
Yeah.
Wow. No surprise there. No, I didn't hear anything about it. Does he work for the government? Is he part of SWAT?
Where my story left me?
From what I understand, they're rallying forces now to protect Tesla dealerships and people's cars and things of that nature.
Well, honestly, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, it's domestic terrorism. They can't rally forces to protect kids in school from getting shot, but we got to protect Tesla.
Well, it's a private business and it has feelings. And you got to make sure that, one, it can vote, and two, that it doesn't get its feelings hurt, and that, three, it's able to continue to take money from government subsidies to create a product, and that they are hardly ever profitable with.
Quite ridiculous.
But, yeah. Yeah, so no surprise, Florida man ran towards a crowd of people that were protesting outside of a Tesla dealership.
Yes, Florida man, yes.
The thing that gets me, there are government officials that were like, yeah, get those people out of your way. What are you going to do? Do you remember that during Black Lives Matter protests, it was don't hey, you got to get to work, right?
We had a similar thing here with the protests with Portland State. That dude drove his white car directly into the protest. Yeah. And then hops out and says something about like he felt like he feared for his life. Whole time he's like tweeting on the way there. That, yeah, I'm going to, gonna do my thing.
I'm gonna do my big one real quick.
Right.
Yeah. Which is my favorite, because always live tweet or, live stream your
document
your random
crimes.
Acts of violence that you're going to do.
Yeah.
In the name of, I don't know.
Freedom. Legit question.
Maybe?
Great question here. Ashley said, did he run into the crowd with a Tesla? Was he driving a Tesla?
I don't think he was.
So do you really mean it?
I think he probably can't afford one.
Are you really about that action, fam? You didn't even use a Tesla to defend Tesla.
One of the quote from NBC News, he drove into a crowd of senior citizens. Everybody was able to move out, but two older women were almost clipped. We immediately called the cops. Tesla did not immediately respond, because what's there to say? That's like an independent dealership, I don't even know those guys over there. Do we franchise? I think maybe there's a guy named Bob that owns that dealership. I got nothing to say.
Wait. So there's senior citizens protesting at a Tesla dealership.
First of all, shout out to all of the senior citizens that are out here.
In Florida.
But around the country.
Yeah.
But yes, in Florida, that are protesting at Tesla dealerships. They are protesting his presence.
Right.
This isn't there is no more the allure of maybe the billionaire could be helpful.
Right.
Not that I'm not saying any of these seniors, I don't know what these seniors' political leanings ever were or are now. I know that
Elon is draking himself.
Exactly that.
Yeah, he's draking himself.
Exactly that.
So what would senior citizens, Morgan, what would their issue with Elon be? What would bring senior citizens out en masse to protest Tesla?
I think it might have something to do with the chaos agent that he is, and his idea that, because I don't know what these words mean on spreadsheets, that must be fraud. So I'm going to stop everything. And, I don't know. I have no idea how much it costs for a poor to live. I mean, obviously, you've paid into this system, and all I know is that you live like a king. So you can miss a couple payments, right? You don't need that money immediately. You'll be fine. That might have something to do with it.
Wow.
The fact that they are literally changing the retirement age as people were just,
Right. Right.
I just mean, imagine the way that they are consistently lying about it and not talking about where the fraud, waste, and abuse actually lives.
Happening, right.
And keeps pretending as if it's at the beneficiary level. When it's the only way so many people are able to be alive still. Like, if my parents' Social Security stopped tomorrow, everything stops tomorrow.
Bruh, y'all might not see a broadcast.
Oh, there would be no broadcast.
It's all types of day jobs. I'm working fast food. Like, we gotta get this bread.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Catch us on OnlyFans. Like, it's just... We got to get the mugga. Yeah. So
yeah, I think that, some of that might be part of why they have an issue.
So this guy sees senior citizens and is like, I need to do my thing. You guys know what's at stake. I'm riding for Tesla. I'm riding for this billionaire.
I got to know how they still feel connected to that. This is like we're getting back to at least what feels like people are starting to understand more about class solidarity and how and the importance of that. And that, again, when people say eat the rich, they don't mean you who still work every day to be able to continue to have the life that you have. You are not living on passive wealth that has been handed down to you or just recently stolen from or extracted from a country, you know? Like, that's we're not talking about any of the lawyers and doctors or content creators that make some money. You know? That's not it.
Right. So another inquiry into what were they driving?
I don't think I landed my plane.
Okay.
Continue. I'm not going to remember it.
No.
So
Lily said, so our parents are out on their feet.
Yep.
Just protesting away.
Yep.
And someone not a Tesla tried to run into the olds. What were they driving? I am curious.
Okay.
But
I'm going to find out.
But also, so then what happened? He tried to hit these people. Was he apprehended?
Yes, he was apprehended.
Okay.
He was arrested. He has been charged. Let me tell you what he was charged of. I'm sorry. I keep losing my summary of it. I guess that's what it was. Earlier today, you jinxed this. You were like, we have never been this prepared. And I was like, I feel like I'm missing something.
I hope he was charged with attempted vehicular homicide. Multiple counts. Because, yeah, that's what this sounds like. What is wrong with you? Kyle said it always leads back to OnlyFans. It does, Kyle. It's going to always lead back there until we're actually there, you know? Yeah, like...
driving his SUV. So
it wasn't a Cybertruck.
It would definitely have been quoted or cited as a Cybertruck if it was, I'm sure.
Yo, you're driving an SUV into the olds? Nah, you got to throw the book at him. Every book. All the books. Put him under something. What do you mean?
A Pathfinder.
Come on, bro. Nah.
So he ran it slowly onto the sidewalk where 150 protesters were gathered, causing them to scramble out of the way. He then exited the vehicle, claiming his brakes and electronics had malfunctioned and that he was an employee of the Tesla showroom. However, all of those claims were disputed by the protesters.
He said, my car malfunctioned.
He was like, this is crazy. It's not even a Tesla.
His autopilot on his Pathfinder malfunctioned.
He was identified as a retired U.S. Army captain and civil engineer and was charged with first-degree felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon without intent.
Without intent?
Well, because his car malfunctioned. And so he wasn't able to brake.
He'll get pardoned.
This incident is part of a nationwide protest against Musk's involvement in the Trump administration and efforts to reduce federal funding.
Yo, Elon really is somewhere like, I wonder why everyone hates me.
No, legitimately.
I don't get it. What
he's
have
already
I done?
given that Fox interview.
Right.
He's already done it. So he's for sure sitting somewhere right now like, this is absolutely egregious. Like, it's just completely insane to him.
To that point alone, right? Because the rest of the world gets it. You don't understand how dumb this person is? You're like, you risk your job, your well-being, your freedom to drive your vehicle, your non-Tesla, into old people that are protesting. Right, into old people that are protesting. What's the payoff for you?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like,
who's this for?
Right, because what I want to know is, okay, say you did it. You didn't have an escape plan, obviously. But say you did it.
Yes, he did. His car malfunctioned. Like, I think you're missing the
That's
genius.
That's not an escape plan.
Okay?
That's not an
I don't have to escape anything because I'm not in the wrong.
I'm not going to let you say you're missing the genius. Because
send over the insurance adjuster, please. This was an accident. This was not... I mean, that's what he's saying. It was the plan was there, you know?
Okay. Well, it was silly.
1,000%.
Silly plan.
Also, murderous. There's like, to be clear.
Because, dude.
The intent is actually there.
Because, dude, what's to say that when you hop out of the vehicle, it doesn't keep rolling? Or, like, you just can't control. It's minimum 2 tons. You're talking to Pathfinder. So it might be 2.5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There.
Like, it's just, I don't understand. This man is a billionaire. He needs nothing from you. 1, he needs nothing from you. 2, he's taking everything he can from everyone. And your thought is, I need to come to this person's defense. They need me to get active on some old people. On some whoever. But now that I drove here and see that there's all old people, I'm still going to do it.
I mean,
yeah, that's just like.
Were you expecting him to get there and be like, "Oh no, change your heart"? Oh no, the protesters are old. I don't do older babies. I'm out of here. Like, did you expect him to do that? Jordan
said, premeditated accident.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what it is. And if everybody could call it what it really is, it's a strategy. Okay.
Oh no.
What?
No. I can't give it that much.
It's a strategy. It's not, it shouldn't work, and I hope it doesn't.
Chestnut checkers.
But, you know, the fact that he claimed, I mean, I'm just saying, to say, whoa, whoopsie daisies, my car just wouldn't stop, is a wild thing to do. Period.
Did they name him in the article?
If you didn't have any of that happen, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can tell when the brakes went out.
Yeah.
And I feel civil engineer, U.S. Army, I feel like you're supposed to know that.
You know what happens when the brake goes out? You hit the emergency brake.
That is part of what, that's a step.
You civil engineer you dunce. That was the excuse you used? Oh, my brakes went out.
Well,
and then
the
what?
car malfunctioned.
Throw it in
I think
park.
he was a little more umbrella term.
Throw it in park, you dork. Like, you sound like it just... Yeah, I honestly, this is the best place for me. Because I could not be in any place where someone's going to present this to me and I'm responsible for making a decision on it. Because I'm going to talk to him all crazy. What exactly did you mean? It says here in a police report that you stated that your brakes went out. Are you sticking with that? Civil engineer? Is that what you're sticking with?
Bruh.
When you lose control of a car, do you just hop out of it normally or do you try to correct? Like,
no, I mean, if I ran it into people, I think I'd probably stop. I think I'd probably like hop out. You could be in shock. Maybe, I mean, he forgot the shock part of the plan. He was supposed to just sit there with his eyes open and not move and not respond to anybody. Ashley asked, he got his
He got his article. Like, that was a payoff for him. He got his article.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah,
Do they name him? Yes, his name's Andrew Dutil. I don't know. Duddle? I don't know how to pronounce it.
Sounds like a duddle.
And yeah, there's a photo of him, and he looks exactly like what you think he is, or think he does. And I will put it in the chat at the...
Lily said, does Am need to be reminded of his cousin Saul's eventful Elon encounter this weekend? She brought it home.
Wow.
She brought it home.
Wow. Yeah.
Mm. The allure. And okay. All right. Lily, good point. All right. Now, faithful watchers of this show and faithful listeners know billionaires can be alluring. I have frequently been caught in the snare of a fictional billionaire. So, I mean, I understand, the relationship there. Do you think, though, and I ask you this as my fiance and as my fiancés, do you think I'm putting my anything on the line for a Bruce Wayne? Nah, not happening. Not happening. Man has big bucks. Man's just good.
If you were able to communicate, if Batman reached out to you,
shot me a text or hit me on WhatsApp.
If any of that happened,
Bruce, hit my line.
Bruce,
hit my line. B.
If Bruce hit you,
yeah,
and he was like, I think we would be better able to have this conversation in person. How about you come to me? How would you get there? What would be the next step? What would you say to that?
Immediately, I'm like, Gotham? You want me to meet you in Gotham?
Seems like a silly place to meet.
Can we meet in Metropolis?
Okay. And then once that happens.
And he'd be like, all right, yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. When do you need me there? Mm-hmm. And who's paying for it?
Is it a who's paying for it, or what time does the jet get to me?
On some real, honestly. No, that's, yeah.
I haven't been on
Alfred.
a Batmobile jet before. Yeah. Does it come to me? Do I go to it? I don't think there's any who's paying. It's very obvious who's paying.
Now, here's an interesting thing, because you said if Bruce contacted me, I'm not supposed to know he's Batman, so I wouldn't bring up Alfred.
Do you think that in this universe of where this question is being asked that you don't? Okay.
I just, I'm going to keep it real.
You know what? Thank you. It's all
right.
Pay attention to the books.
Yeah, So I'll be like, yeah, is someone from Wayne Enterprises picking me up? Are we sending the PJ? The Wayne Enterprise PJ. Where do you need me to be? I will be at PDX Airport. You let me know. Yeah. That's how that's going. What's the follow-up question for that? How would I handle? Is there any other parts of that situation you want to know how I'd handle? Because
no, I mean, I think you answered the first. I can't move forward without doing anything else with what your answer was. It's time for break.
And now we're at the break.
You're all supposed to like this. You're supposed to subscribe and comment and keep going and sit here with us while we take a quick little break.
Yes.
We will be back. We are have a few stories.
Yes, absolutely.
We're going to get into DUI hires and TrikiLeaks because, wow, today that is some news there. And if you don't know what carbon credits are, I'm going to tell you why they're important and why you need to know about them and how it relates to another grift of Tesla.
Right.
And something else. I don't know. There's another one. Is there another one? I don't know. We'll see.
All right. We will see you guys in 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Thank you for everyone that's joined us in the first half.
Yes. Thank you.
We want to see you on the other side. In the meantime, like Morgan said, like, subscribe, check out the links. And yeah, we'll see you in 10. And we're back. Thank you so much for sticking through the break.
Did you like, subscribe, comment?
True. Did you do those
things while we were gone?
Also, thank you for anyone that's just now joining the broadcast. You got here just in time. Just in time. So maybe you did or didn't hear about a security breach today.
They happen pretty frequently.
Yeah. Here's the thing. You know what? Let me give the information first, because the follow-up question, and let me say it to you now so I don't forget it later. How many times do we think this has happened before, and we're just not hearing about this one? Okay, fiancés.
Oh, like maybe it wasn't a reporter. I
Exactly.
mean, a journalist.
Right.
Okay.
Fiancés. This might be one of the wildest national security blunders we've seen in a minute. Trump Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth somehow fumbled his way into accidentally adding a journalist to a secret Signal chat where he and top officials were straight up discussing U.S. war plans in Yemen. So here's what happened. Hegseth, along with Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. That's such a hard sentence.
It's a hard one to do. Like almost, you think it's a typo. You think that Morgan put the wrong name in there.
Right.
I didn't write this story. Someone else did.
Only
this.
for it to be followed with an even harder one. And the DNI Tulsi Gabbard was in a group that followed that group chat that called Houthi. I'm sorry, a group chat called Houthi PC Small Group. Which, first of all, if you're planning military strikes, maybe don't put it in the name of the chat.
Like just a thought. Yeah. I don't know.
You know, but the real mess, he mistakenly added Jeffrey Goldberg, editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, and proceeded to send the details about targets, weapons, and attack timing. Goldberg, being a journalist, right? Here's what we're up to. Goldberg, being a journalist and not a war general, quickly realized he wasn't supposed to be there and reported the whole thing. Now, the National Security Council is scrambling. The White House is trying to downplay it, and national security experts out here like, y'all really out here plotting wars on Signal? Like it's a group chat or brunch plans? Like, this is bigger than just an embarrassing mistake. It raises serious questions about how Trump's administration handles classified information.
I mean,
yeah,
there have been many serious questions.
Yeah.
Just more serious, extra serious.
They're out here using an encrypted app that is not even approved for government communications, making them look like amateurs playing war games on their phones. And let's not forget, this is the same administration screaming about national security when it comes to deporting activists and jailing protesters. Trump claims he didn't know anything about it, which, classic. But this is just another sign that these people are reckless with power and dangerous with information. We got real wars, real lives at stake, and these dudes can't even handle the group chat without blowing up their own spot.
Like, there's lots to say. There's lots to talk about.
Yeah.
But my very first question is this what merit looks like to y'all? Is this what having qualified people in positions of power looks like? Like, is this it? Is that what they voted for? Because there's certain things that's like, okay, these rules don't make any sense to me. I wonder why we have to do it this way. That, sure, maybe there's something out there that you guys that Pete could bring some fresh new perspective to.
Right.
But whoever's idea it was to be on Signal doing this in the first place, like, talk to me. Tell me what happened.
The amount of protocol.
How did we get here?
I can explain to you. The amount of protocol that has been thrown out the window with the first Trump administration, people using their personal phones, because here's the thing. Had this been done the proper way, you wouldn't be using your personal phones. And these phones that are monitored by the state, you can't add whatever app you want to use it. Like, you can't just add apps on there randomly. So you're not using Signal because Signal can't be on this phone because this phone is for secure purposes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and then also, like you said, you just have a group chat about attacking a country. This is happening because y'all don't want to have meetings. Y'all too busy to actually go to the rooms you're supposed to, sit down, have the meeting with notes and all of that.
Are you telling me that they're all working from home? Are they not back in the office? Did they not return to office? I'm confused. I'm confused.
Literally said, wait a whole ass Michael McDonald minute. Yes. Yes, Lily. Wait a whole ass Michael McDonald minute. What in the hell is happening?
Yes, it would have to be personal phone.
Definitely.
Unless they've just there is no protocol now.
But that was an issue with his first administration. You remember that with the phones?
No, it absolutely.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
There's no way. Yeah.
I'm just reiterating.
Because do you have the editor-in-chiefs for the Atlantic? You have him as a contact in your your work?
In either way, they should have that contact. Honestly, that actually makes sense, right? No, it doesn't actually make a bunch of sense.
No, they don't know how to use burner phones. They don't know how to use anything.
They don't have any idea. So, here we are watching what it looks like when you get rid of DEI and you replace it with DUI.
Yes, these are DUI hires for sure. Yes.
Because somebody has to explain to me, this is what they meant to do.
Bruh.
This is is this person still qualified? There are two people, right? And please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that there are two people that have the nuclear codes for this country, and it is Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth.
So you asked a question about qualifications.
Yeah.
Are they still qualified? Are these people qualified?
Yes.
2 criteria. Are they a man and white? How dare you? How dare you question? How dare you? Get your act together. Of course they're qualified. Of course.
So then is this what they want? This is what you were looking for? You were looking for the disruption, the innovation of using, your personal cell phone for war, and then using Signal because you're like, it's totes encrypted and no one else will be able to hack it or get into it. And it's just us in here, guys. I don't see an extra name at all. So here, let's just do the whole plan.
Shout out to P-Town. What up?
Hey, P-Town.
Jordan brought it all home. And that's the problem with DUI, guys.
And
close your laptop.
Just close the laptops. We're done.
Yeah.
That is the problem with DUI, guys. What are we doing?
So, right. The White House is basically like, listen, no big deal here. Nothing to see. You guys are making a big deal. This is a nothing burger. You guys need to chill out.
Yeah.
Who
said this?
The White House.
Oh.
Yeah. That's their take. Like, come on, guys. Like.
But the journalist, the guy at the Atlantic, he thought it was fake.
Right.
Like, he thought that he was trying to be scammed into printing fake news. Obviously, I'm not a war general and I have no business having access to this information, so it must not be real.
Right. When did he find out it was real?
When the bombings happened.
Right.
At the time that thing said they would. Again, I say, when other people take you and your qualifications more seriously and you don't have the qualifications that we expect you to have because you're in the big job. The job is so big, he has literal zero business being there. This is the biggest and most dangerous fail up we have seen since Trump.
Yeah, seriously.
Literally dunderheads. What? I hope that's not a phrase you shouldn't say.
I know. I use it quite frequently.
But I mean, this is literally like, what's up there? What's happening?
It's like hollow.
What's the decision-making skill? Where are they?
Lily said it's really fun watching him drink on the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not responsible for anything important, you know? Like, there's nothing. He couldn't mess anything up.
Are we still within the first 100 days? Did we hit 100 days yet?
We hit 100 days.
Okay.
We're just past it by 3.
Oh, this is a lot, bro. So here it is.
Ashley said it's representation for people.
For the people. So
they see themselves in the big job.
Let me give you my morning, because that's when it hit me. Here I am, running a couple of errands, getting ready to hit the gym. It's been a week, guys, and let me tell you something. You take a week off from the gym, it's tough. It's tough coming back. As a matter of fact, if any of you guys have recovery, advice for after a gym sesh, I'm still kind of like, is it the Gatorade? What are we drinking? What are the kids doing? I'm not doing the Monster. I can't drink that stuff.
I don't think anyone does that for restorative purposes.
I don't know. I'm trying to get hit with the now. So
I think that's fair.
I'm heading in, and I'm, just scrolling YouTube. That's where I get the bulk of my news. And I see this story, and I'm like, nah, can't be true. Can't be true. But now I got to get in the room and, hop on the cycle, and I see it pop up on the screen, and I'm like, oh, shit, no, this really happened. This is, okay, so how many times has this happened? Because, again, this journalist sat on it until the bombs dropped. How many other signal conversations have people in them, not even like outside the White House, but maybe like from different departments that just, you don't have the clearance to be in this meeting? How many times has this happened?
A million. I'm not even trying to be funny. He had documents at Mar-a-Lago in a unlocked room next to where everyone
Facts.
be at. Like,
Facts.
There is no security when it's in my possession because I'm qualified to keep it to be mine, I guess. I don't know. Like, what I don't know what the calculation is.
Yeah.
But that is what our most important things are. That's whose hands they're in. People that don't watch, like, there is no such thing as being safe and secure because they live recklessly. Like, they literally, he's a DUI hire.
Yes.
We are not saying that as an unwarranted dig.
Yeah. This is how man's moves about life.
Man's is drunk right now.
Easily. Right now. And he's like, the day I've had?
I am super here when you need to party hardy, Marty. I am not mad that you need to take a load off or whatever it is.
Take the edge off.
That they say at the end of the day.
Yeah.
What you don't get to do is be hammered at work and you're the one who is like in charge of the legitimate nuclear codes. And you don't know how to play Battleship. Like, he is not supposed to be there.
Is this a fireable offense? Not in this administration, obviously. But like,
how would it not be?
Okay.
Like, in any other, if you just gave it the war, but it's an attack plan.
Yeah, nah.
You would get fired for less for leaking a marketing plan for a small brand that hasn't gotten off the ground. Like, yeah, it's a fireable offense.
Yeah, nah, it's real shit.
I don't mean to be yelling. Apologies.
Yeah, no, it's real talk. I needed that. I needed that framing. I needed that perspective because it's hard. Like, it's hard.
Because nothing will happen and Pete Hegseth still has a job. And the person in the most charge, Trump, who does not take a day off from doing cocaine or truthing, like, is absolutely not saying, well, this was a bad one.
Right.
Something's got to be done about this. I'm going to make sure the heads roll. Like,
Nah.
I haven't seen it.
Not even.
What's Signal mean? I've never heard of it. I've heard maybe it's an app. I don't know. We're going to do that dance. When in your life you would get fired for way less, but certainly BCCing a journalist on like your whole entire strategy? Yeah, I kind of feel like you would be fired. We're going to have to let you go. Wish you well in your future endeavors. That dude has to go.
Right.
And then you have JD Vance in the chat like, oh, hey guys, welcome back to I Don't Agree With This. And then forever and always standing back and standing by.
Switching it up. Yeah.
Got to be a strong unit.
Yeah. Unified front.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. Equally yoked. Trump is his life partner. He's equally yoked.
Is he? You should apologize or something. I don't know.
To who?
You haven't said sorry enough.
Who?
Them. America. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whoever he was yelling at. I want to know if chaos equals qualifications, because if that's the case, then they are fucking killing it.
Yeah.
They are the most qualified. They should have been in this job a long time ago if that's what they were supposed to be doing. This is in pure insanity.
Yeah.
There's absolutely like, what does any of this then do? Right? What policy? What thing did they just do?
I will say this much. They're just getting started. We got 4 more, 3.5, not even a half yet.
Yeah, a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a smidge.
About 97% still to go. This is a lot so far. This is a lot. This is a huge blunder.
It's terrible. And I was saying it wrong. I wasn't meaning to say what have they done but I mean like moves like this.
Yeah.
What do you think you just did? Do you think that it gives people confidence in the administration? Do you think that you have just shown us that the right people are in the right positions?
Right.
Like, this is such an amateur hour ass fail. Like, I didn't know how to add someone to Signal, so I accidentally added someone else to like the chat.
Right.
What do you mean?
Right.
And in that chat, you sent a war plan. What are we doing?
P-Town said treason.
They're literally doing the treason.
No.
Where?
Okay. So real talk. Yeah.
Where?
Had this happened,
don't tread on me.
Had this happened during a Democratic administration, the Republicans would certainly call this treason. They'd be looking to impeach any and everyone that could be impeached. Like, there'd be an investigation. The committee would have been formed already. And
I'm going to say this. I don't care what party uses Signal to do war planning. You should be impeached. You should be all the things that you should not be get to collect, go past, go and get $200.
Right.
You should not get to keep going. This is not even, doesn't have the semblance of like government work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they're literally creating the circumstances. What's it called? Like, they say that government is worthless and that it can't do anything for us, and that, we need to make it smaller and all of these things, and that it's inefficient and nothing ever happens. And then they come in and take the helm, and they are literally grinding everything to a halt because they don't know how to read.
Right. Don't find any merit in reading also.
Well, who has time for it? There are decisions to be made. Okay?
There are Signal messages to be sent. I don't have time to be reading. Pay attention to these facts and data. Get this out of my face.
Like, who made the plan? I want to know who started the group chat and then who put the plan in the group chat.
Somebody was like, do you have Signal on your phone? You should download Signal. We're all in there. We're all in there. We're all in Signal. We're not doing WhatsApp anymore.
Is this what we wanted? For the people that voted, and I know that that's not going to be a lot of people in the chat, but like for the people that asked for this, you wanted, when Trump was like, Pete Hegseth is going to be the head of Or everything, because the only thing we do is military. Like, that's how we're just head of imperialism. That's his title.
Mm-hmm.
What's his actual title? I don't
know.
Yeah.
While we're looking that up, I'll show you. It was right there.
Defense Secretary.
So Fox News' angle is going to be to attack the deep state, treasonous editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, because were it not for Jeffrey putting this out, there would be no security breach.
Well, that's not true.
Well, that's how they're going to paint it.
But the
responsible thing for him to do
breach doesn't happen because Jeffrey said, yes, I was in the chat.
The responsible thing for Jeffrey to have done was to remove himself from the chat.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to be here. I'll see myself out.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah. How'd I get here? Whoa.
I'm in a war room chat.
Wow.
Let me
this doesn't have anything to do with me. I should get out of here.
That's what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You think there's a charge for that for him?
There might be. Mans might get deported. Mans might find himself in El Salvador.
That is like literally way too
real of a possibility. Yeah.
Way too possible.
Yeah.
Excuse me. It's indicative of like, it doesn't matter how much the truth and how much you see it, I guess, for some folks. Mm-hmm. Like, whatever the thing is, they're just going to believe it. So I don't know how I stumbled upon it, but it was in my YouTube algorithm, and it was like a white guy having a call-in show. Mm. And the person he was talking to was like, all the black people that call in here don't know how to talk. Like, they're like, they're stuttering all the time. And the dude was like, what are you talking about?
He
like,
called in to say that?
Literally. Which is a wild thing to do for just off rip. I have never been so upset or had a whatever the feeling was that made him call in to do that.
Right.
I've never had that feeling of something so not important to my life, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know how to really describe how ridiculous that is. But he calls in to say all the black people that call your show are stupid.
Yeah.
And dude's like, what are you talking about? Like, this isn't even a thing. And so thank you for calling us to tell us you're racist. Like, what time is your Klan rally? I don't understand what the call is for.
Right.
And they go through a bunch of different things, and it's like, okay, so yes, you voted for Trump, and yes, you do love all of the policies that he's doing. And he's like, yeah, well, of course I do. And he's like, great. I don't know what you called me for, like, what are we doing here?
Right.
And he basically goes on because he's got to say it, and he's been waiting for someone to ask. So he's just like, yeah, so black people can't read. They're just inferior. Like, obviously, what I'm saying to you matters because they're stupid and they call your show.
Right.
Dude was trying to give him an example of like, so, like Barack Obama was the president, and this is I do not love these kind of comparisons.
Yeah,
like there was a great black once, like he asked him, how many contacts do you think you have in your phone? And he was like, I don't know, probably like 30. Don't. You don't need to flex your popularity right now. He's like, I don't know, 30? And he goes, okay, great. How many of those people are black people? And he's like, I can tell you absolutely 0 are black.
Cool.
You're calling the wrong place, right? But you also, it's not fun to call your brethren and tell them the same story. The guy's going to be like, obviously the blacks are stupid and stutter. Like,
right.
So you have to like find opposition. You sought this out. Like, why are you listening to this dude's streams in the first place? Much like the guy you had showed me with the game stuff. Like, you're seeking this out to what? Declare that you're in the Klan? I feel like the hood is supposed to, so that we don't know it's you. But you want us to know it's you? I don't, what's the point?
He was looking to use this guy's platform to get his joke off. He was like,
Fair enough.
Yeah, like I've like you said, he's cracked that joke enough times with his homies that it's like, okay, I mean,
everybody knows this one.
We're all racist. You got something better than that,
right?
But let me go into a different room and say, hey, all your black callers don't have an education. Nailed it.
The thing that made me think of that is that he's saying, yes, I absolutely believe that they are inferior. Yes, they cannot read as good. Like they are,
Mm-hmm.
He does not have it. You're not going to change his mind with a bunch of facts. It's not going to be like, but look, black president, or look at these good black people that we can show you all over the place. Like,
right.
This person believes that wholeheartedly for whatever reason they believe it, for however long they've believed it. That is the same thing as how people are responding and interacting with all of the Trump administration's things.
Yeah.
Like they are not connecting with how harmful it is to them yet. And I do understand that plenty of Republicans are real upset. I am not going to continue to make the difference between MAGA and Republicans. This is that party.
Yeah.
They wanted these things. They're getting these things.
Yep.
Every single one of those representatives are out here voting to take your rights away. And it doesn't matter if you align specifically with every single thing. You don't get to take away your support of all of those things to get away from a word that you don't think you are.
Right.
You voted for it. We're here now. We're not going to separate it and be real nice to people and placate.
Nah.
All of these things that we are dealing with right now, we're all discussed.
Right.
And too many people did not take him seriously, did not take that administration seriously for whatever reason, because this is all just like maybe TV to a bunch of y'all.
Right. Right.
It's just theater, and it doesn't really matter. You don't see the effects. I was young once too, and I didn't understand how the economy meant anything to me when I was a working person and was fine.
But you're a whole adult now. Y'all are whole adults.
Whole adults with whole lives.
Right.
And living through and trying to survive and navigate through all of the lies that you were told about that capitalism has to tell you in order for you to do the things that you're supposed to do.
C said, what up, C's?
Hi, C's.
He said, this is No Child Left Behind in full effect in the White House.
Every child left behind. Every single one of them.
As said, not the TV kids versus the book kids.
And I don't even mean to make it like that. You know what I mean? But like, nah, this is bad. If people are just watching this, and I know that people are, because I just had a conversation with someone who was like, this stuff has to be changed now. Okay, where's the fraud? There's 122-year-old people getting checks sent out to them. No, there's not. Well, yeah, there is. No, there's not.
Because who told you this?
Because Elon tweeted something, or so-and-so said something, or the headline was that all this waste, fraud, and abuse was found. It is all at the fucking point of provider, not the beneficiary.
Right.
It is not the person receiving the check. And the minuscule amount of people that are able to even trick Social Security to get somebody's check for a little bit longer is incredibly amazing. And it's not enough to even talk about.
Right.
But first of all, they should probably be one of the people that are on your team, because they know how to fucking scam better than anybody that you've ever fucking met. Because that's the hardest thing in the world. It's the hardest thing in the world to get approved for Social Security with a legitimate reason. With multiple legitimate reasons. You have to have a lawyer. Do you understand the industry that it is to try and get a benefit?
Right.
And here you are calling them entitlements and acting like everyone just gets it when they're supposed to, which is just not fucking true. It's like not even close to true. And those same people are lying to you about the money running out and that you won't fucking get it when you absolutely will, unless they steal it.
If the money's running out, where's it running to?
Where's it running to?
Where's it?
The 122-year-olds or the 11-year-olds that they can't figure out that an 11-year-old would need Social Security because a parent died? Or that person is disabled alone, on their own?
Mm-mm.
Like, there's just a humongous disconnect, and you should not be able to be in charge if you don't understand what these things are. And that's why there isn't this rogue fucking agency running around just going, turn it off. What does that spreadsheet say? Why does it say this date? I don't understand. Must be false or fraud. Must be fraud. None of those people are telling you where the money will go that they have saved, right?
Yeah.
They fired tens of thousands of fucking federal workers. Money saved? Oh, no, because we're going to hire them all back if they'll come back. We were going to pay them out. We're asking people to take early retirement? Is this saving money or is that paying people to not work? Like, what are you talking about? And then the money you save from the Social Security that you are going to, not let people be able to get it anymore. Where does it go? What is the savings? Who is the savings to? What then? Do we continue? Does that come out of our paycheck still? Does the fund have a new name? Is it just the Doge line that the money just goes right over there?
Right.
Like every single bit of this should radicalize you. Like it shouldn't just be like, oh, I need all of it connected. Every single one of these things on their own, you should be absolutely not okay with and should be looking to act.
Yeah, Anonymous. You should be looking to act. Stop playing games. If you have the proof that he stole the election, what are we waiting on? Unless it's a ransom. And then, educate us on how much you want from Elon. I don't know. But, this is dumb. I'm sorry. I got thrown back there. Ugh. We're in dire straits, guys. Dire effing straits.
So I just wanted, 23andMe, that was the other story.
That one and carbon credits. Which one you want to do? Looking at the time.
I think we have the time for both. So I'll just quickly say what carbon credits are and why it matters because we're sitting there, having the conversation about Elon.
Mm-hmm.
I think I learned this, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago or something, that Tesla makes a pretty penny selling carbon credits. And I heard that and was like, okay, I think I can kind of guess what that means because it's a EV company, so you don't have any emissions. And these other companies are still making too many emissions, I guess, But if this isn't just the most glaring, maybe not most, but a glaring example of capitalism and just how this, we're not doing one thing.
Right.
Seriously.
Right.
So many governments have regulations that require companies, especially those in the auto and energy sectors, to reduce their carbon emissions. And if a company produces more emissions than they are allowed, they either have to pay fines or they buy carbon credits from companies that generate fewer emissions. So if you are at your cap, you can go, hey, Tesla, I need to buy 100 carbon credits because we went way over or whatever.
What is that? Okay.
Tesla, which produces only electric vehicles, generates a surplus of carbon credits because they have zero tailpipe emissions.
Right.
So these credits are awarded under programs like the Zero Emission Vehicle Program in states like California and the U.S. Corporate Average Fuel Economy Standards. Since traditional automakers like GM and Ford and Chrysler still sell gasoline-powered vehicles that exceed emission limits, they must buy credits to comply with regulations or pay fines instead of immediately transitioning to only making electric vehicles.
Right.
These companies often pay Tesla for its excess carbon credits, essentially buying permission to pollute is the way that we should think about this. And then Tesla profits off of that. So
And then
in 2023, Tesla made $1.79 billion from selling regulatory credits alone. Almost $2 billion. That's just pure profit. That is not a product they sell. That is just, we don't create these emissions. All these other places do. So we can sell off all of ours.
So the idea is that these other companies are spending money with Tesla, or maybe Tesla and or any other EV manufacturer. So hopefully that money that goes into these companies that are investing in EV produces more EVs that offset.
Sure.
I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to understand justification for this entire scam. I used the wrong vowels there. So eventually it should offset and reduce the amount of gas-powered vehicles because it's booming. It's creating a boom in the EV. Like, this is dumb. This is
capitalism. We are not going to make you fix the problem. We'll let you buy your way into not having to fix your problem. So we cannot continue to live the way that we have been living and doing gas-powered car. Like, we cannot continue to do this. So electronic vehicles, they need to get to the point where that's just what a car is. Not that it shouldn't
be an option.
Right. And you're not, as a GM or a Ford or whatever, you're not going to get to the point that you are only making those vehicles when you are also paying a bunch of millions of dollars in carbon credit fines. So you're going to be like, man, I'm just trying to comply here, you know? I'm just trying to make sure that we don't make more emissions or whatever. And they get to be just sit in that complacency and not have to do anything.
Right.
And we still have the cars that are still causing fracking, that are still not good for any of the things that we have.
And like C's pointed out, SpaceX is still flying rockets. Is that on electric?
Exactly. The electric rockets that they got. Those zero emission takeoffs that they got going.
Right.
You know, and this is, they want us to believe that. But more than anything, they don't want us to have to think about it, because if you are a person that is super interested and think he's a genius and that there is nobody else who could make better decisions or could be at the helm of any of these things, you don't think about Starlink failing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You don't think about how it gets its funding. You don't think about what it's doing and what it's trying to do right now. And I mean, we are just subsidizing. We tax-paying Americans are subsidizing almost every billionaire venture, not almost, every billionaire venture, but very specifically, Elon Musk, who is telling you that the government is being defrauded by your grandmother.
Yeah.
But he is getting billions of dollars in not just Tesla things, but also Starlink. I mean, like, the amount of contracts that they have for Starlink is out of this world.
Yep.
It's wild to me when people are like, I'm going to find that fraud, waste, and abuse, knowing for good and goddamn well for sure it's you. He is literally the person that stole something from you and then I'll help you look for it.
Mans is the welfare queen.
Let's go look for it.
Mans is
When's the last time you saw it?
The welfare queen.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
In every facet that you can think of it. Yeah. In every stereotypical way it has ever been brought to you. If we could leave it at, if it were even a white woman with 13 children and multiple fathers of those children, ain't no way not one man is listening to her. Nah. They would literally say you make bad decisions and nobody should listen to you.
Yep.
This man is just spreading his seed and doing what he's supposed to do, because those genes, are you kidding me? We'd be so lucky.
Right.
Like, we are just I could do this forever, and I'm sorry. It's got to be
No.
annoying at some point. My bad, y'all.
No. What up, Rich? Nah, man. It's nasty. It's nasty fucking work, bro. It's nasty work.
So yeah, the carbon credits, that's a thing. And to know that, like...
How long has this program been going on? Not that I'm not saying like give me a definitive answer, but I'm just like, this is another example of things that have been happening and will continue to happen that isn't even part of the conversation when it's like, well, what's your issue with Elon? You know what I'm saying? Or what's your issue with government? For all these people that are like, we need to cut this and cut that and tighten up. What? This whole program is wild.
It's also wild that this is a regulation, right? And he is king of the deregulate. Like, you have been profiting. That's pure profit. I really want everybody to make sure that they understand that part. This is just a byproduct of the kind of thing that he does, or that company does. He doesn't do anything there.
Right.
He's not a worker. But it's just a byproduct. It just so happens that they do not create emissions. So it's just, a knapsack full of empty that he gets to like sell to somebody else. What just happened?
Carbon credits started in 1997.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say I'm not sure, but probably in the 90s. And the reason I say that is that was a big push to pretend like we cared about climate change. Like, there was a big...
1997.
A big let's pretend.
This has been happening through so many different administrations. This is wild, bro. Wild. Wild. Wild.
Yeah. It's a government-created market. So for Mr. Free Market, Mr. Let the everyone compete.
See, said
it is so easy. Real quick, it's just so easy to get yourself out there and compete when you know that there's a safety net of nearly $2 billion just coming your way, no matter what else happens in that year.
Competing with yourself. C said he's the welfare queen, but still needs grandma's $55.
Hello?
Effing loser, bro. Effing loser.
Old bait and switcheroo. Absolutely. And that's the thing. This playbook is not new, and we've seen it, and they already ran it on us not that long ago. We don't have to look that far into the annals of history to see the bait and switch. Like, how anybody is still believing in this dude is beyond me. Like, I cannot grasp.
Yeah, at this point you have to want to deceive yourself. Like you've bought so far in that it's just like, this can't be real. What you're saying to me, it can't be real right now. Jess said the climate since 1997 is proof that market-centered solutions don't do shit.
Hello. Like,
yeah. Wow.
It's a mess and a half. Okay, so, I took too long. We'll have to do the other one another time. What was it, 23andMe?
23andMe, we can move that to Thursday.
We'll move that to Thursday because there will be more news by then, I'm sure, about it. But I'll just say that 23andMe is filing bankruptcy, and that, I don't know what that means for you. It may mean nothing. It may mean something. You are able to go and delete your data. So,
okay. You are?
Yeah. So if you have done 23andMe and you are one of the reasons why they couldn't be profitable because you only need to do a DNA test once to find out what they're able to tell you, go delete your data.
I wonder how many times it's been sold now that I get to delete it.
I'm sure it's like Diddy offering people their publishing after there's no money in it left. Yeah. I'm certain it's that.
There's been sold a gabillion times.
Not only has it been sold, it's been hacked, it's been stolen, it's been leaked. All of the things have just been given anyway.
Imagine someone has your DNA and it's worthless. Someone has your DNA and it's now worthless.
Bruh.
They've devalued it. Yikes.
Sorry, I just saw C said, what will be interesting is if the Dems get their ish together and win, how Elon will prodigal son his way back home. Like, boy.
And they'll let him.
Yeah, and we will start to whitewash that whole situation, won't we?
Oh, sees they'll welcome him back.
Was it ever that bad?
Chappelle will pull him back on stage. Ooh. He'll be on the Breakfast Club.
Okay, enough. Close this show. No, absolutely not.
All right.
That's another News with My Fiance. Monday Night Live, Raw, in person, live Raw, in the books. Thank you for spending all this quality time with us.
This episode was made possible by our in-studio crew, Jess M, and our remote crew, Kyle G, Ross, and Michelle. Shout out to our studio sponsors, L&J Industries, for providing this dope space each and every week. And of course, big thanks to y'all for listening, staying engaged, chatting with us throughout. We love it.
Stay engaged with us all week. Follow us on Instagram at News with My Fiance. Follow Ambush at ScamBeezy. And follow me at Portland Morgan. Okay. One more time. Yeah. Portland Morgan. Become a member. Sock it to our pockets over at patreon.com/News with My Fiance.
Yeah. And head on over to the website. The merch store is there. Treat yourself. Grab a couple things. Birthdays coming up. Get people some gifts. Let's make it happen. But yes, thank you everyone for so much. Thank you all so much for jumping on the Patreon. There are free levels. If you haven't joined yet, hit that. There'll be a QR code at the end of the episode. You can check out the merch store and the Patreon. But again, hop in there at whatever level you want, but there are free options.
And I don't know what happened here, but my list is incorrect. So move forward.
Okay.
Move forward.
All right. But in any event, y'all know what it is. Don't let the individuals distract you from the systems. Poverty is a policy choice. People over profits. Power to the people. None of us are free until we are all free. No war but class war, and go hard on systems, not people.
That's it.
We will see y'all Thursday morning, 7:30 a.m. on X-Ray FM. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. And you can catch this show streaming live on YouTube every Monday night from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. And our podcast episodes are available everywhere you listen to podcasts except Spotify.